Class 9, Chapter 1, Physics. The heading of the chapter is motion. So, whenever I taught to students, the first requirement or the first thing what I want to do for any lesson, that we have to discuss on the topic or on the heading of the chapter, because the thing is very clear that if we know about the heading, then only we'll move toward the deep sectional area of the relevant topic. So here, if we have to study about motion, then definitely we have to know the definition about motion, and after knowing the definition, we'll move toward the complete information, getting complete information of our chapter motion. So what is motion? Motion है क्या? सबसे पहला सवाल कि मोशन क्या है, हम कैसे मोशन को डिफाइन करेंगे, हाउ वी कैन डिफाइन मोशन. सो इन वन लाइन, if you want to write, then you can write. If you want to listen, then it's very good for me, because just while taking my live classes, just listen to me. Afterward, I will send you my YouTube link by which you can hear it again and again, and then only you will make a note, whatever important things. If you will feel that I said any important line or fact, then you can write out on your notebook. So what is motion? Actually, motion is nothing but just a change in position with respect to time. मोशन कुछ भी नहीं है, स्थान परिवर्तन. एक निश्चित समय में किसी वस्तु द्वारा किए गए स्थान परिवर्तन की एक निश्चित समय के तुलना में जब हम अध्ययन करते हैं तो उसे ही गति अथवा मोशन कहते हैं. सो इन इंग्लिश वी कैन डिफाइन इट लाइक द चेंज इन पोजीशन विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू टाइम इज नोन एज मोशन. जैसे इफ लाइक there is a marker in my hand, currently the marker is here, after 1 second the marker will move from this place to this place. So the distance initial to final with respect to time is known as motion. Now this is very important while you will study in class 9. Sometimes we can understand, or we can describe it in the form of speed, sometimes in the form of velocity, etc. and etc. So we'll discuss it later, that what is the meaning of speed, what is the meaning of velocity and all. First of all, after knowing the definition of motion, it is a very common thing, or it is might be possible that you will feel that there is no need for the getting or having explanation of this. Motion is defined into two types. Motion is defined into two types. First one, uniform motion. Second one, non-uniform motion. First one is uniform motion and second one is non-uniform motion. So, what is uniform motion and what is uniform motion? Non-uniform motion. You will ask it to me, might be, because you will feel that first of all, actually this is the basic of the motion, because after this we'll know that some things move straight, something moves like in zigzag way, something moves in circular paths, so that one will be known as circular motion and all. But all things will come later. First of all, we have to know about the base of the basic concept of the motion. So basically motion can be classified into two types. First one, uniform motion, second one, non-uniform motion. So now here I am going to explain you that what is uniform motion. What is uniform motion? So always keep it in your mind that the definition of uniform motion. Just listen to me carefully, those who are listening me. The definition of uniform motion: equal distance travel in equal time interval. Equal distance traveled in equal time interval is known as uniform motion. If any object will travel equal distance in equal time interval, then it will be known as uniform motion. For an example, I am giving it to you, like if any object moves in 1 second, first second 2 meter, in next second means second again 4 meter, third second 6 meter, fourth second 8 meter. Here what we are seeing or what we are observing, that the object will move 2 meter in each second. In first second the object will reach to the graph of 2 meter, 1 second 2 meter, 4, 6, 8. So we can represent it like in the form of graph. We can represent it like in the form of graph. Like we'll make distance time graph. 0, that will be considered as second, that will be considered as meter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. First second 2 meter, second 4, third one 6, fourth one 8. Here what we can see, that the line will move straight. So in one line fact, the graph of uniform motion will always in the straight line. So this one is the motion, this one is the distance, and this one is the time. So this one is the basic concept, because this line comes straight. If you can also just make like on the same base, you will make the graph, you will find out the motion, uniform motion will come in a straight line. Uniform motion will come in a straight line like that. So this one is the definition of uniform motion, that the traveled distance by object is always equal in the particular equal time interval. समय के अनुपात में प्रत्येक अंतराल में वस्तु के द्वारा समान दूरी तय की जाती है. That will be known as uniform motion. And on the basis of that, you can easily understand that non-uniform motion means there is no requirement of equal or same distance traveled in same time interval. Might be possible that object will change its traveled distance in equal time interval. Like in first second, object will travel 2 meter. In the second object will travel 4 meter. In third second, object will travel 8 meter. So for such kind of things, always the graph will be in the form of curvic manner. Always the graph will be in form of curvic manner. Or in other words, we can say that the non-uniform motion, the graph of non-uniform motion is not straight. It will available in the form of curve and chord. So this one is the basic graphical difference of uniform motion and non-uniform motion. The graph of uniform motion is always in a straight line, whereas in non-uniform motion it will come in a curvic manner or in a curved line. So this one is the basic concept of or basic difference between uniform motion and non-uniform motion. Now, after moving from this point, we'll discuss that what is the meaning of speed, what is the meaning of velocity, what is the difference between speed and velocity, how we can create the difference between speed and velocity, because usually in a common line आपको जानकारी होगी. एक थोड़ा प्रेरक चीज मैं आपको हिंदी में बता देता हूँ. सामान्यतः हम जो भी वस्तु खरीदते हैं वो किलोग्राम में खरीदते हैं, जबकि वस्तु किलोग्राम में नहीं होती है, उसका भार. तो कुछ चीजें ऐसी होती हैं जो कि हम लोग टेक्निकली सही नहीं बोलते हैं, लेकिन वो कॉमन फिनोमिना होता है, एक कॉमन कॉन्सेप्ट होता है. जिसके अधीन हम लोग चलते रहते हैं। तो उसी प्रकार से हमें it is very important for us, for me and you both, that we will know the difference between speed and velocity, because the unit of both will say meter per second. So somebody will ask it to me that what is the need of writing velocity in the speed of speed? We can use either speed word or either velocity word at the same time. Here we will discuss the definition of speed and velocity, and with few characteristics you can easily understand that why I am saying like that. We can't use velocity term on the place of speed, and we can't use speed term on the place of velocity. So now again another important thing, another important tricky thing, whatever I am trying to explain you. That, so moving toward the next topic, speed. Actually, what is speed? Speed is nothing. If we calculate the traveled distance in per unit time, that will be known as speed. Definition of speed is very clear. The traveled distance in per unit time, that will be known as speed. Travel distance, unit of travel distance, either meter, either kilometer. Either meter, either kilometer. If we will take the unit as meter, then for taking the time duration we'll consider second. So unit will be meter per second. And if we take the measurement in kilometer, definitely kilometer per hour. छोटी वस्तु में मीटर पर सेकंड के हिसाब से होती है. Whatever the numericals you have to solve in the motion chapter, 90% question will come in the form of meter per second. But while driving the car and all, the speedometer is not indicating meter per second. That one is indicating kilometer per hour. So if we will take meter as a distance unit, then we will consider second as a time unit, and if we will consider kilometer as a distance unit, we will consider hour as a time unit. So for the definition of speed, we are not doing anything. We are having a simple idea that just count the total distance, whatever we have been traveled, and divide it by taken time for the traveling distance. So speed is nothing, the travel distance by total time taken. So this one is the definition of speed. But for velocity, this one is the important thing. Now I am going to explain that what is the difference between speed and velocity. But in speed we are not going to suppose to just count the traveled distance. We have to find out the displacement. Here one question for you, that what is the difference? Well, it's my simple request to all students that always after sharing my link on YouTube, just complete your assignment after viewing the recorded video. Just complete the assignment and message WhatsApp it to me on my 333 number. So one question for you, that what is the difference between distance and displacement? What is the difference between distance and displacement? Because now I am going to take the same term. That's why I gave you a question. So now what is velocity? Velocity is nothing. It is the displacement, total displacement in the particular time period. Or we have to find out the displacement and we have to divide it by the total time taken for the completion of the displacement. So velocity is equal to total displacement by time taken. Total displacement by time taken. So this one is the fact. Now with an example I am going to describe you. Afterward I will give one major characteristic what will make difference between speed and velocity. Here you can see my example. Here you can see my example. Like I consider, just see, or afterward like I will take a step and I will pass it on my group. You can check it from there also, that if the picture is visible for you. So I am going to explain that if any object will start moving from point A to B, it moves in a, according to the directional section area, it will move toward north. It will move toward north 2 kilometer. Afterward, from B to C toward east side 3 kilometer, and from C to D toward south side 2 kilometer. So if we have to ask it, if somebody will ask it to me that what is the speed, again 2 kilometer, any object from to north 2 kilometer, to east 3 kilometer, to south 2 kilometer. Now, according to question, if any questionnaire will ask that find out the speed, and it is also mentioned in the question that for the complete movement from A to D, for the complete movement from A to B, B to C, C to D, the total time period will be, imagine 3 hours. Imagine 3 hours. Total time period is 3 hours. Here I wrote 3 hours. So if in a question, if the question will come in a manner like find out the speed, so what we will do, will according to the definition, total traveled distance by total time. So total traveled distance is equal to 2 kilometer plus 3 kilometer, 5 kilometer plus 2 kilometer, 7 kilometer. So 7 kilometer by total time taken is equal to 3 hours. So 7 by 3 kilometer per hour. So if someone or anyone will ask that find out the speed of the object from A to D, will just add all the traveled distance and divide it by total time taken. So 2 plus 3 plus 2 is equal to 7. By total time taken is equal to 3 hours. So 7 by 3 hours. That one is the answer of speed. And if the question will come after showing the picture that what is the velocity? What is the velocity? Now, the definition of velocity is what? Total displacement. Here, the definition is not like in the manner of that we have to find out the total distance, traveled distance. We have to find out the displacement between initial position and final position. Displacement means the distance between initial position and final position. So, on the behalf of this, the initial position is A and the final position is D. So, the distance between initial position and final position is nothing. It is also 3 kilometer. It is also 3 kilometer. So, for velocity, final distance minus initial distance by time taken, because the object took time of 3 hours, so time duration will be same 3 hours. So for velocity, what will like? Velocity is equal to displacement is equal to 3 kilometer and time taken is equal to also 3 kilometer. So that will come 1 kilometer per. So this one is the basic difference between speed and velocity. Now here we can see, we can observe, we can understand on the behalf of this example that the displacement plays important role for getting velocity, not for speed. It means velocity is a scalar quantity. Velocity is a scalar quantity, whereas velocity is a vector by mistake. So according to this explanation or example, we can easily understand that velocity is a vector quantity and speed is a scalar quantity. Vector which contains direction. Here displacement plays important role. It means what? We have to find out the direction with respect to a starting position. So that's why I am telling to you that velocity is a vector and speed is a scalar quantity, under a scalar quantity. Okay? Yes. So always keep it in your mind that in speed we'll add all the travel distance and divide it by time taken, whereas in velocity we have to find out the displacement and divide it by the total time taken. So this one is the major difference between speed and velocity. Now for average speed, term is there in your class book. Average speed, it means what? We have to just count the total distance by time. That will be known as average speed. But for average velocity, what we have to do? We have to find out the final velocity. We have to find out initial velocity. So for that, average velocity is equal to initial velocity plus final velocity by 2. Initial velocity plus final velocity by 2. Because due to vector property, we have to find out the velocity of any object on each and every point, and we have to if we have to calculate them as an average velocity, then we will consider with respect to the given or the particular point, and afterward we will divide it by 2 and we will get the average velocity. So in other words, we can say that initial position and final position plays an important role in velocity. So according to that, in the speed, it is not very compulsory that we will know the initial, middle or final position and all. We have to just count the total distance traveled by an object. But in velocity, we have to know about the concept of initial position and final position. Initial position and final position. So according to that, today I am going to brief again that we studied about motion, change in position with respect to time, that will be known as motion. Basic concept to understand motion, uniform motion and non-uniform motion. Uniform motion means equal distance in equal time period. Due to that, the graph will always come in a straight line. And non-uniform motion, not equal distance traveled in equal time interval, so the graph will come in curving manner. Afterward, we discuss about the definition and example of speed. That speed is an speed comes under a scalar quantity, whereas velocity, because in velocity we are not going to calculate the total distance, we are simply or we are just calculating the displacement. Displacement means what? In my line I am going to define it again. Displacement means the distance between final position and initial position. So we have to just find out the final position minus initial position and divide it by total time taken. So it will come under velocity. Average velocity means initial velocity plus final velocity by 2. The result will be known as average velocity. Here we discussed about the graph also. We discussed about one thing, always keep it in your mind, might be possible during the examination. One tricky thing I am going to explain, that sometimes I saw in board examination and afterward like in the general examination also, that the distance traveled by any object will be in the form of kilometer, and the time taken to travel the distance will be in form of minute. So always you have to keep in your mind that the unit will be in the standard form. Either you have to convert kilometer into meter and minute into second, either you have to convert, just will leave kilometer and convert minute into hour, because there are two major kind of unit. Either the result will be under the motion meter per second, either that will be kilometer per hour. So either ms, either km per hour. Always you have to keep it in your mind, because if you will do like kilometer per minute, during the copy evaluation, teachers are like just simply checking, and they are having the answer also. They will just tell your answer. Might be possible that they will not see that your unit is what and all, and you will get 0 marks. So always during the numerical question of motion, you have to keep in your mind that either will convert the distance into meter and time into second, either distance into kilometer and time into hour, kilometer per hour or meter per second. And you know that these two are only important unit for finding speed and velocity. Displacement, always you have to memorize that the difference between the distance between initial position and final position. So these one things what today I thought that I will give it to you, and you have to understand. Now again I am saying it to you that you have to write and define, or you have to make the important notes. So just note 5 important points what we have to discuss or what we have to memorize of this class. Actually we can also say that this one is the nutshell of day 1. This one is the nutshell of day 1 class of chapter motion. First one, note down. Yes, motion, basic types of motion, uniform and non-uniform, definition of speed, in which that calculation of speed, velocity, calculation of velocity, average velocity, distance, displacement, graph formation of uniform motion and non-uniform. So on the behalf of these points you can understand today's topic or today's discussed thing very easily. So make the notes. We'll meet again. Have a great day. Thank you.